First thing I gotta say is I'm never here to crap on someone's grind, what they do, or anything like that. Nothing like that. You know, a long time ago, I wanted to make a. I decided that nobody wanted custom knives, at least not from me. And maybe the best thing to do is manufacture a cheaper made liner lock type knife that can be made overseas. And I was looking at China, and I was seeing how to do that, and so I was looking around and began to just mess with it. Kind of start sending, not buying anything or nothing like that, but just sending emails. And a lot of emails, actually, believe it or not, answer back. And I went and answered. You know, I was expecting 440C, which makes me gotta wonder, for how many years has any steel actually been what it says it is? Do any of us go take it to metallurgists and have it tested? Does anybody here take a shaving and test this? Does anybody go and have it tested to know exactly what their steel their knife's made out of? Does anybody do that at all? I've heard of one guy doing it. I don't know how they test it, but he had it tested. So I began to ask about places, and I began to make connections with people, and I was beginning to learn about how outsourcing companies work, and that an outsourcing company has relationships, because a lot of things over there are predicated on a relationship. I never had any issues with them as a manufacturer. Hey, why would I change horses in the middle of a stream? Wouldn't make no sense. But a lot of that it's predicated on relationship, keeping of one's word. That's fine. But I was looking at the outsourcing company. They answered questions on how they send stuff over, or how they get the samples, how that all works, and how they have the relationships. So it's a more seamless process. So instead of going around and deciding if it's a good factory and they're going to do good, I got this company that has all the people. They already know all of them, and they'll kind of know who to trust and who to do things with, and maybe even take existing knives and modify them for me. So early on, I was talking to some people, and I went ahead and I wrote this one guy, and I said, hey, what type of materials? I was really surprised. He said G10, D2, titanium, and I was going like, well, that's cool. And but by the time he made that would be about like $150 to $200 my cost, which would be like $300 to $400 their cost, considering I want such a high profit margin. And I was like, well, I don't know if that's going to work or not. I don't know if anybody's going to want something from China that's priced that high. Well, I was wrong. And there's tons of stuff coming in from China, and was coming in from China, that has a real high price tag. I was going like, well, it's all good. And I'm just kind of curious, how long will that last? How long will the popularity of that last? And it's, you know, whatever. People are going gaga over these tables and cabinets of blades with these different shades of anodization on them. But I'm like, okay, But I love filet mignon, but when everything at the grocery store is filet mignon, after a while I was like, well, I like this. This is very high quality, but I don't know. I mean, maybe I go for a hamburger once in a while. Okay, a little ground chuck maybe, just to kind of slum it a little bit. It has an overarching similar look where the shapes are different, yet a lot of things about these different knives are the same. And it's cool, whatever. Hey, I still say anytime I can pull money off of somebody that I don't know in exchange for something I made and get a good price for it, I'm 100% for it. Anybody can do that, more power to them. I'm just wondering, how long will it all go? How long will it go on? I mean, it looks like it's going pretty strong. A lot of people at the shows, a lot of foot traffic. And in contrast to people who make handmade stuff, some people like chocolate milkshakes, some people want a vanilla milkshake. Doesn't matter. But I'm just kind of curious, how long will it go? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, I think it's got a ways to go still. I mean, I think there's still a lot of avid collectors and people that still buy and have to fill a case up, and you see these guys with 10 different hard cases, and they bring in stuff in to their collection, and everything, the foam precision cut out, and it's cool. Everybody's got their thing. Everyone's got like what they want. I haven't put all mine in a case. I still keep mine in a box. I like to put them in a case though. Consider I'm probably not going to sell them anytime soon, and then just kind of flatten the boxes and put in an envelope somewhere safe. But I'm talking like my old, Benchmades and whatnot. But I don't know. I'm just kind of curious how long the overseas market will go, and the trend of these knives, because a lot of them, to me, it's like I can look at this footage of some of these tables, and I can say, I know probably about where that came from. I can pick it up, and I remember buying a knife, a model, at a local store, and it was a pattern that hadn't come back in a long time. I was excited about it. I was like, oh, they brought this back. That's cool. I go, man, it's cheap. And grinds are a little different, different finish, but the pattern's the same. So I bought 2 of them. Keep one out in my breakdown bag, so in case you need to cut something if you're in car trouble or anything. So got these. I'm looking around. There's no country of origin, and I'm a little bit of a country of origin snob. I mean, I won't knock something for where it's made. I like to know where it's made. Okay. Hey, I mean, I said I'm a country of origin snob. I'm not an outright snob. Okay. That's not a Rolex. All right. But I like to know where things are made, if I can find it. Down, looking for a country of origin mark. Couldn't find it. Like, that's interesting. So I picked the box up. Box says made in China. Whatever. But I respect it a lot more if they put the made in China on the blade or somewhere in the knife. I don't care. But I would respect it a lot more. I would like it a lot more if they marked the blade. Okay? Just that's that. So, I don't know. As far as this whole premium build thing coming from other countries. Prominent makers. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how long that trucks along. It's nothing different than big American factories of collaborations. Nothing different from it. I'm just kind of curious how long will come along. How many different, will there be any trends in the different ways of fashions, styles, of the way the stuff's made, the shapes and patterns of how it's made. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what happens. Or better yet, let's say another country opens up and who's to say the Chinese start making things at the other country like we make in China? Who's to say that doesn't happen? You know, I mean, if we all had a crystal ball, we all could tell the future, right? Oh, thanks. But who knows? You know, can you tell the future? People ask me stuff, and I said, well, if I could tell the future, I'd be in Vegas at the card table, right? I always tell people that. They look at me like... So anyway, who knows? But don't worry about the haters. Just let the haters worry about you. See you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.